Hey there, how are we all doing today? Today we're taking a look at a Seiko watch, and this is going to be a Seiko limited edition. This is one of the Prospex Lux remake of the 1968 model. And here we got the new Seiko boxes, these gray ones. They're a little lighter. Seiko's had those white ones for a while, the white kind of clamshells, and those are a little heavier, I think, because of all the watch shipping around. All the watch companies seem to be making lighter watch boxes. But to the important part is take a look at this beautiful watch. Yes, I know Seiko has done so many different variations of the 68 model, but this one is killer. I love that kind of blue to it. It's like a teal blue. When looking at it, it does remind you of like a tropical ocean when you look at it. So this is the Prospex 1968 Heritage Diver. This is a GMT, and this is a special U.S. limited edition. What's kind of neat about this watch is that it is truly a real limited edition. A lot of Seikos, they give you 5,000 of them, and they tell you it's a limited edition. Nope, this one only 500, and this one is a U.S. market watch, so you're gonna have to get it from a U.S. Dealer if you want one of these and you live overseas. So it's just, you got the ceramic insert, the sapphire crystal, the GMT. This model of GMT is really killing it. We get a lot of people always asking us about it. The hunter green one, that one, off the charts, the black one. And then now with these new ones coming out, you have this teal one, and then they have like a deeper blue that just came out as well. And again, limited edition to 500. They call it a blue-green dial officially. And then you've got the black ceramic unidirectional rotating bezel. And you can see it here. I try to show it to you in different lights so you kind of get the idea of how the blue is. Just really, really good looking watch. My favorite has been the green one, and the green 68 GMT out of all the new 68 GMTs. But this one, man, I might like this one more, and even the darker blue one that just came out too. And both of these are limited editions. This one, of course, has got the trifold push button release clasp, and it's got the secure lock and extender on it. So here you can see it. Come on, you see it in the different lights. It's just a really good looking watch, and at 1,600, it's a nice price point. I'm kind of glad that they kept these GMTs in the SPB range instead of sticking it out to the SLAs, and all of a sudden a watch that 1,600 is like 3,000. So the 1,600, you get a lot more bang for your buck in it compared to the SLAs. I just feel like it's more like you don't have to think about it as much because it's a good quality at the price. SLAs, you're going into more luxury territory, and you have to make sure you like that watch a lot and you want it. So yeah, this has got the rich blue-green dial, and then it's got all the markers for the hours because it's ISO tested, and they have to have all the markers there. So that's why you've got the date window in that weird position between the 4 and 5. But by now, I think we're all kind of getting used to it with the Seikos. And this is a 200-meter watch. Again, it's ISO tested, and it's based on the 1968 Heritage Diver that came out in 1968. So this is the model that came out after the 65, their first dive watch, and then it's before all the the Willard styles or the Turtle styles and stuff. So 68 is kind of like in the middle, and it's one of their solid watches. You look at the SKX, all those are kind of based on this type of casing. I mean, I know it's a different case, but this is kind of straight to being a tool watch. If you look at it, again, limited edition of 500. It's got the serial number or edition number engraved on the back, and The blue is graduated, that blue-green dial. And it is, of course, you know, an automatic watch. So no battery. And it's one of my favorite new GMTs, like I was talking about. You know, I was kind of like, oh, here comes another one. But when you see it in person, I mean, it does look a lot better. That's why, you know, when you guys see it here on the video, I really want you to get a good idea of what it's like. It's just, and then once I pop it on my wrist, you're gonna see, man, it's a nice piece. You know, I guess I'm pleasantly surprised by it. I mean, I love the GMT 68, but it felt like they just, you know, different colorways, but this blue-green really gives it that different kind of vibe, and I like that it's super limited at only 500. Alright, so the thickness of this watch we're looking at right here is 12.9 millimeters. The diameter of the watch is actually 42, and the length of the watch is 48.6. And so here we're going to take a look at it on my wrist in a second. I'll pop it on, and then you can see, you know, just how cool it looks. This is the caliber 6R54, and here we go. My wrist is about a 7.5-inch wrist, so you can see it's got a good wrist presence at that 42 millimeter diameter on it. But just real sharp looking. It's not a small watch, you can see it, but it's not overpowering. You know, most Seikos, the way they kind of design the lugs to curve into your wrist, you know, like to curve along your wrist, I guess I should say more. It does fit more like a small watch, so you're not banging it around, even though it is a 42 millimeter. This is 24 joules, and it's 21,600 vibrations per hour. So with this, you got a power reserve of about 72 hours. Yes, automatic, and the GMT function as well. So, you know, GMT, automatic, nice. Seiko does have the GMT with the Seiko 5s, but if you want something a little more upgraded, you know, with the ceramic and the sapphire, and one that's an actual dive watch, you have to kind of step to here because they don't have the screw down crowns on the Seiko 5s, even though they look like dive watches. And it's one of those dials I can't stop looking at. Here you can see all the glow markers, since it's, you know, ISO tested, and that's one of the requirements of ISO, to have all the markers showing. Just again, a good looking watch overall. Here in the dark room, it doesn't really capture how bright it really is in real life. Some of the watches, when I record it, you know, they show up really well. This one is not showing up well on the video. Maybe didn't have it, you know, in the light long enough, because as soon as I get these watches, I like to kind of pop them out on the videos so you guys can enjoy. But it's more Lume in real life. So the dial color, well, here I was looking it up. They call it blue green, and then Seiko's officially call it a turquoise color for the dial. And the lug width, for those who like to change, 20 millimeters.